As we've been working through the various chapters in this course, you may have noticed certain behaviors happening in the background with Microsoft Word. For example, if you want to open up this document, LH Guide Final, you'll find it in the Chapter 14 folder of your exercise files, or work with any document. As we click and drag across words, you can see the entire word automatically gets selected, even though we haven't gone all the way across with our mouse. Maybe that bothers you. You like to be able to choose individual characters and you find it difficult. And when you select content like this and let go, the mini toolbar opens up giving you options. That can be handy, or it can get in the way if you don't like it. Well, these are the types of things you can turn on and off in Microsoft Word. So we're going to look at some of those options now. Let's go up to the File tab in the top left corner, click there, and then select Options way down at the bottom. We'll start with some of the general settings, and you can see right at the top under User Interface Options, the mini toolbar on selection does pop up. It's checked off. If you don't like it, deselect the check by clicking inside the checkbox. Live Preview is something we've also noticed. When we go to hover over certain options, we see them in the background the way they might appear if we make a selection. That Live Preview is very handy, but it does use up system resources, so it's up to you whether you want to keep that on or off. I like to keep it on. Also, you'll see under Personalize your own name, or if it's blank, you can type in your own name. And this is content that's going to be used automatically when doing things like typing your name. It'll automatically fill in the rest for you. Or you might see that as the name of the author attached to the document when you create documents. I like to leave that information there as well. All right, let's go up to Display because there are some display options I want to show you. This is one that's very popular. Show all formatting marks. You can see there are certain formatting marks that can be turned on. If you like to see the spaces between words marked with dots, or paragraph marks where people hit return, or hidden text, optional hyphen, or all of that stuff, you can turn it all on from here. Show all formatting marks. And what you're going to see when you click OK in a document is all of the formatting that makes this document look the way it does. So you can see hard returns. You can see spaces. There's the dots, for example. You can see markers where content like photos exist and so on. So if you like that, well, you might not like it permanently, but on occasion you want to get a feel for how the document was created. That's where you go to turn it on. File, Options, and under Display, Show all formatting marks. I'm going to turn that off, and I don't need to see paragraph and spaces either. Okay, proofing. We've already been here, talked about autocorrect options, and here's where we go to make those settings happen or change them up if we don't like things like checking spelling as you type. You don't like those red squiggly lines, and you don't like those blue squiggly lines showing up in your document? Turn them off from here. I'm going to leave mine on. Let's go now to Advanced for a second. Under Advanced, you're going to see things like typing replaces selected text. When you highlight something and start typing, it's automatically deleted for you and is replaced with whatever you type. That's something I like. How about down below, though, for cut, copy, and paste? You may have noticed that when you cut or copy something and then you go to paste it, it comes with the source formatting by default. But we can change that if we want to. Click the drop down and merge formatting or keep the text only. That way you take on the formatting of the destination. And you can make that the default in the same document or even better between documents. If I copy something from one document and it's formatted differently than the document where it's going, I might want to make the default to keep the text only or merge formatting so it takes on the new formatting of the destination file. So these are options you can change up from here as well. All right, other options. Let's go back to Save for a second. You may have noticed that when you save your documents, they're automatically being saved to the newest format with the .docx extension. If you happen to be collaborating with people, maybe you're the only one who has a new version of Microsoft Word and they're all using older versions, you can click this drop down and choose older formats, 97 to 2003. You can see it right there, .doc. Or maybe you're always creating another type of document. Maybe you're creating XML documents. Here's where you set up the default save format. And of course, you can always change the format when you're saving. It's just nice to set the default to the format you use most often. And in my case, it is .docx. I'm going to keep that. Also, your files are being recovered automatically in the background. So if something happens like a power outage, the most you'll ever have to retype after you recover a file is showing in this field next to minutes, in this case 10 minutes. You can bump that up or down. So if you want things automatically recovered every 5 minutes, it's going to use up more resources, but that's the most you'll ever have to re-input into a document you lose because of something like a crash or a power outage. I'm going to leave mine back up there at 10. That's a good number. You can also see the auto recover file location, and you can change that if you wanted to as well. The default local file location you can see is the Documents folder. That can be changed. If you use a different folder regularly, use the Browse button to select it. Lots of different options you can change, including customizing your ribbon and quick access toolbars. We're going to get into those in the upcoming movies.